5, 4, 3, 2.
Freedom! Harry, tell me told the slaves before, don't. Let's go.
No one the philosopher, Shizzy with the Xbox. I'm here with.
It's Astronaut H, man. I'm here. Link here. Let's do it, man.
Let's have fun. Episode 5, BEL AIR. Let's get right into it.
Let's get it.
All right, yo. Well, you was right about one thing, so we're gonna get to that near the end of the episode. All right, so I want to kind of like this story. The story in this episode, I think, is very simple. So I think we should just try to get to the story plots and then talk about how we like the show. All right,
yeah.
So the episode starts with Trey is there, right?
Trey arrives.
Yeah, Trey arrived and sees how culture shock it is, right? Seeing how big the outside of the house look and the inside of the house look, seeing all the paintings. Is this an art house? Or this a house? You know?
But I want to talk about when they was in the car. I want to talk about when he was in the car because this is what sets the layer for the episode.
Okay.
The whole time during the car ride, Trey Will was like, I know they miss me back home.
Yeah.
It was like Trey was like, what they need to miss you back home for when I'm there?
Got me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm there. So you pretty much set the tone at that moment of what this episode is going to be about.
Yeah, you're right about that. Then they bring up the Philly. Did he first bring up in the car? Is that
Coming
when he first brought up coming back?
Coming back, he brought up coming back when he was outside, when he got outside the car.
Exactly. So before they get in the house, that's what he say. Since he's gone, you don't have to stay out here because he said, "I know he's going to be hard."
And you seen the look on Will's face when he said that. It's like,
yeah, and it's basically the whole episode. It's just that story going on. So
this is the plot of the episode.
Yeah. So what happened?
They in the house.
They in the house. Trey sees Carlton. He tried to make fun of Carlton.
Well, he sees how the banks are living.
Oh, yeah.
He see how they live, and he like, ooh, like, damn, is this a house or an art museum? He just keep, what kind of painting is that? What kind of painting is that?
Yeah, we got a little Philly slang in there too.
Yeah, he like, what kind of painting is that? He like, yo, the kid pick up his shit and let's go. Like,
exactly, Philly, you know? I like how they stuck it in there. Like, it's whole kick. Yeah, so that was good.
And then that's when he sees Carlton.
He tried to make like, I don't believe that bougie something.
He say Oreo. Yeah, he called Carlton an Oreo.
Called him an Oreo? He did
call him an Oreo.
Did my camera go out? It's all right if it did. It's cool. I'm still going to
call him an Oreo. He called him an Oreo. So at that moment, I pretty much I thought it was going to segue into something else, but eventually it did. But anyway,
yeah. So when that happened, sorry for the camera. It's going to be up in a couple minutes. Just got to charge me. All right. So what happened after that, H? So we went to the
room. After that scene, they go to Hillary and Uncle Phil.
Yeah. So she's packing her stuff up. He's packing her stuff up. she's
guiding him. She's guiding him, telling him, "Listen, when you pack the plates, don't do it like that. Don't do it like
He's
that."
like, "Well, you could pack a box for me, and I can see how."
Yeah, you can show me. Yeah, show me how to do it.
Yeah, so that
sets up another storyline.
Exactly.
Phil was telling Hillary, like, listen,
y'all being too hard.
I know your mom be on you, but she only wants what's best for you. Cut her some slack. And Hillary was like, listen, she's like this all the time. Like, she like this all the time when it comes to you. So in that moment, it was like, oh, well, maybe Hillary needs to give her mom some leave. It was like, but give and take. Like, we talked about this for 4 episodes now. It's about give and take with their relationship.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. Like, they have a problem. Well, they don't have a problem.
No,
it's natural that she's getting older. She needs to get on her own, but her mom don't want her to do the best she can do. But she thinks what she's doing is, how to say it, like childish. I guess she don't think she's actually succeeding.
She don't see that it's reaping the bit. Like, basically what a parent is like, when you put so much time into something, at some point we want to see benefits from it. Like, even if you're not succeeding at the ultimate level, we want to see that at least you reaping some benefits from the time you put in it, not just you're just wasting time. Like, and that's what the mom, that's how Viv feel. Like, the dad is giving, Uncle Phil is giving Hillary leeway. but the mom isn't.
Yeah, and he basically gave her some slack because she got a party setting up, and she says it's kind of hard setting it up. He's like, Ashley, talk to your mom.
Talk to your mom about it. Like she used to do this stuff all the time. So we know at this moment, we know that some of the influencers are coming to the Banks house for a party.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So that set the tone for that. Now, they go back to Will and Trey.
Okay, Will and Trey, and they they're talking to Viv, right?
They meet. Yeah, they go. Yeah, because Aunt Viv is in the. Yeah, she's looking at the painting. She's looking at the canvas. Looking at the canvas, wondering what she's going to paint because she hasn't painted in so long. So Trey and Will is talking to Aunt Viv at that moment, and just I guess three people from Philly coming together. You know how that
exactly. I ain't gonna lie.
Three people from Philly coming together.
I lie. I don't think I'm like. Well, how long was the Philly to LA?
Philly to LA is the flight from Philly to LA is about 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, my mind, I'm like, there's no way he got a cheesesteak in that box.
No, look.
So I thought it was gonna be some tasty cake. I thought it was gonna be tasty cake.
In the shape of the box, right? I'm like, yo, if he put a cheesesteak on a plane, he's a savage.
Exactly. I thought in my head,
in my mind, I'm like, yo, they number one, they already was wrong for having everybody one hand the cheesesteaks. Yeah. So you gonna put a cheesesteak on a plane in a box?
You're like,
I was about to say they disrespectful for that. Like,
yo, I'm thinking that. Then he just had some cookies. What do you have?
He had some chocolate dip cookies from 4th Street. I'm trying to, in my mind, I'm trying to think exactly where they went at on 4th Street to get them joints.
Exactly.
And nothing popped into my head. Like I'm thinking Redden Terminal
because it's a Philly staple, but it's not a Philly staple. Like if we would have had tasty cake in there, it would have been. Yeah, we would have been like,
thinking.
All right.
I was thinking Redden Terminal. That's why I was like, oh, maybe you got them from Redden Terminal. When she said 4th Street. I don't know. Maybe I need to Google some more things. Maybe I've never been down there. Yeah. I mean, that's Frank, like all in that area. That's like near Penn's. That's near like Penn's Landing and all that. Yeah. So after that, the conversation was, like Will, like again, Trey brings it up again. Will don't got to
be in the room. They're talking about the balling. Oh yeah, he looked at his trophies and.
They in the room. Yeah,
he picked up his own BEL AIR jersey and tried to clown it. That's a good color scheme, by the way. Don't disrespect.
Black
and gold never go wrong.
Black and gold, yeah. But Trey was at this, like for me, like you could tell that Trey, because a lot of things Trey was saying, it was like it's not whatever what you say is how you say it. It's like, oh, you snobby. Exactly. Oh, because Will was like, oh yeah, we gotta go down for dinner soon. He's like, you gotta go down for dinner soon. And he grabbed the two suits. So Trey was like, you gotta dress up for dinner. And Will like, listen, man, like we going to the formal dining room. You gotta dress up a little bit. He like, yo, you acting bougie, bro. Like you acting like that. At that moment, you could tell it was like a lot of things about it. It was like Will was, it basically made Trey feel like Will was better than him. Like at that moment, it was beginning. Like it was a snowball effect. It was starting to begin like, oh, Will think he better because he out here and he trying to stun on me. When that wasn't the case. But like he was telling Will when they were sitting down talking about, oh, the team needs you, who we lost to, et cetera, et cetera. He's trying to, in my mind, he's trying to plant those seeds in Will's head, like about him coming back to Philly.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It was, I kind of how like the character of Will played this off.
Yeah.
Like you can see the emotion in his face, but everybody else don't notice it because they're not looking at him why he's looking that way. So
right.
He's being conflicted the whole time. He's not even
right.
Because he's never saying yes.
No. And then it goes to, and then you want to know what was a pivotal part of this, all of this is the next scene. Is the next scene after that when Aunt Viv talked to his mom. When Aunt Viv talked to his mom, and the way Aunt Viv was talking, it was like, listen, I think it's best. I felt
both of them in the scene.
I think it's best if Will stays out here. Like the mom was saying, like Val was saying, like, this was only supposed to be temporary. She like, I know, but Will just starting to he's starting to get in his groove now. Like
he got all his options.
Friends. Yeah, yeah. And the mom and Va was like, "Well, you know, the scouts is waiting on." And in my head, right, this was so crazy to me. I'm like, whoever wrote this, they wrote this wrong because
scouts everywhere.
Scouts is always going to be everywhere.
Yeah, they're going to follow you.
Scouts is always going to be everywhere. So they wrote that completely wrong.
Yeah, they probably should have. Well, how could they clean it up? Like, because the way she's saying it, like he got scouts here waiting for him, but that's not true. Scouts follow you. They don't. You don't. They go follow to you. They call scouts. The team. They scout you out.
They scout you. So it's like they wrote that completely wrong. But I brushed it off. I didn't think that was like too bad. Yeah, but Va just made it. Va was making his mom was making it seem like, all right, you told like, I'm not gonna give it away, but you told him like what's the reasonings for him to be out there?
Yeah.
So you tell him you trying to pull him back because you his mom. You don't want nobody
you're lonely.
You don't want nobody that. Go ahead, Link.
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm like, all right, so you sitting there. You know it's a better education for him. Let's keep, even though he went out there for a different reason.
Keep it 100.
You know he's in a way better school. Even scouts go everywhere, but more scouts is going to see you there
at the better school, bro.
Yeah, they're going to see you in Philly, so you might have different, more college options than you would have before.
Yeah, so, and that's what Aunt Viv was saying. She was like, he could be more than an athlete. We talking about arts, politics, this, that. Start breaking it down. She was like, Vivian, that's my son. That's my son. Like, let me. At the end of the day, he's still a child. Let me do that. Like, let me do that. Don't try to interject. She was like, this sounds like it got more to do with me and you. I was like, big sister, big sister, little sister.
It's funny even though I should have thought this the first, even when original Fresh Prince, but now it's like they seem rich. They seem rich.
They rich, bro.
Yeah. They seem mega rich because he even said in the episode he brought up millions before.
Yeah, I got my own.
It's like they haven't gave no indication that she own her own house.
Yeah,
we just know she's a nurse at least, and
she work in a hospital. We know that.
Yeah, let's all admit we don't even know she's a nurse, but we know she works in a hospital. And I'm like, all right, the guy died, but that doesn't mean he's still not in danger.
Yeah,
like people got friends, they got this, and he could get in more trouble. You putting them back in a harsh environment. I'm not saying asking your sister for money. It's like, hey, well, can we go to Chestnut Hill? Can you help me get a house in Chestnut Hill with Will?
Yeah,
because it's like you're going still to a dangerous situation. So I didn't get the mom.
Take him.
I understand the mom saying she want him back, but you
take him out of, because again, it goes into what she said when she. I ain't gonna give it away yet, but again,
but even an idea. How long has it been, H, since he's been there?
I feel like Will been there at least at this time, at least a couple months by now.
Yeah. So if you going back to Philly right after he died, that's not weird. Are the people not looking at like, yo, you showed up right after he died, like, and we think you a snitch, like it felt
super weird.
They didn't even touch on that part. They just touch on like his better education, better opportunities. But I'm like, yo, they need to talk about the other part too. That it still could be dangerous, more dangerous.
No, super weird.
I'll put it there for 2 years, then go back to college. I might as well just stay out here, then go to college.
Basically. And then it goes to after that scene, it goes to Hillary and Will.
Beautiful. I love
Hillary. Listen, Hillary, where you at, baby? But
she looking like the GOAT right now for different reasons too.
Like Hillary's setting up for her dinner party with the influencers, that she's gonna be spending time in her house with. And while she's doing that, Will comes in. He comes in on some Will Smith, like he comes in Will Smith, like big energy, asking Hillary all these questions about, dang, like you setting up, I like it, She like, do you see a camera? So Link, I didn't know what was going on.
I'm thinking like, what? I thought she was talking about candy camera, like you trying to play. I'm like,
I didn't know what was going on. So obviously she's filming everybody for the evening. I guess like
I guess it's the influence house. So
Yeah, or
was
show
more than a
people
demo after we seen it earlier. Later.
Right. So we see she like, yeah, I got a couple hidden cameras, blah blah blah. Blah. So Will is like, listen, Hill, let me talk to you about something. So at this moment, like when he said this, right, what you think in your mind, what you think he was gonna talk to Hillary about?
That's a good question. I thought he was gonna bring up this situation, but maybe not how he brought it up. He just blatantly just said it. Like,
yeah.
I thought he was gonna try to make it with his friends and his mom. But no, I kind of thought he was coming right here because he just got off his whole episode. He just been thinking like, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Actually, the whole episode, I felt like he knows what to do. He don't know how to not disappoint somebody.
Right.
That felt like his. I mean, I thought Ashley though gave him real advice. I
don't
even say it was the best advice. It was real because she was saying, why would you want to go back? Like she didn't even go. She just went like, yeah, you like somewhere doesn't mean you should, go back. And I went like,
just because you miss it, because you miss it, like
that she kept it real, and it wasn't even like she could relate to your situation. That's just seeing your situation. Hey, look where you was at. Look where you're at now.
Right.
Why would you?
Why would you go? Because again, like I said, man, it's like when you're young, impressionable. People were saying these things. Your mind, your wheels are turning. Your best friend is here from the city that you love, and you feel like don't listen, man. Do not ever get tricked out of your spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest.
Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. That's what I felt.
This whole episode has a lot of layers. It depends on who's watching it. But to our layer, where we come from, is people at the bottom trying to keep you down. That's what it looks like. Like he's not happy. A real friend is happy for your success. They bring it like he wants Will to come back. Doesn't care if Will want. Like he just like, yo, I miss you. Right. The basketball team needs you.
Yeah.
We've been struggling. First of all, again, one player doing that, your team ain't that good. If you would have got one player and you can't keep up anything.
He's the GOAT, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember? He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. This is Will Smith. He's the GOAT.
What's Philly GOAT? All right. So it was a great hold on. Somebody trying to call me. Stop that. Here we go. It was a great scene. I really like Hillary here. I feel like it lifted her up a little higher. And she was already
listen. I think this.
That's big cuz, right? Like that felt real. Like
because that's his big cousin. Yeah, you gotta remember the age. Listen, like remember what I said in the episodes prior. It was like, bro, the age gap it makes a difference. Like Hillary is, well, let's say they haven't said Hillary's age, but let's say Hillary is 22, 23. Yeah. Will Smith's 16.
Exactly. So,
bro, that age gap is big. That's a big jump.
Yeah, because she's not her teenage feelings no more. She's in her young adult. So she can keep it real with you. Not like, oh, well, you miss home. I get it. She's like, no, bro. Like
exactly. What? Exactly. So
look, I can't live with my mom and dad, but you need to be here. Like
that's very true. I need to be going into my professional years, becoming a young. Yeah, I'm already a young woman, but now I need to be becoming a career young woman.
Exactly.
So I mean, I echo the same things that you definitely said, man. It's like Hillary definitely gave Will, I think the advice at that moment was the advice he needed. Like not needed to hear, but I feel like that was the advice he needed in that moment because that was very important to the rest of the episode. Let me say that. After that scene, all right, we got the influences in the house. Well, no, not yet.
It's a small scene. It's a small scene.
Viv Uncle Phil have a little get together right there.
Yeah, and he did bring up. I saw like I rewinded. Did you talk to your sister? So that means that must have went to like she already went to Phil off camera saying Will might want to leave, and he about like, hey, make sure you talk to his mom and see what's good. Then they brought up
and Phil.
Go ahead.
Phil, I was just going to say where you was going, bro. Phil just was. Did you read over Hillary's email?
Yeah, because she was downplaying. She was downplaying. She was still the idea. Like she didn't know these people may, even though she should have looked into it when you see what type of house it is. You had to go like, who's funding this house? And the funder is the head influencer of the house because they said his name and it's his house and he came
He
in
was
with
the
endorsements alone, a million.
yeah, a
last year.
million in endorsements last year.
Yeah,
Also,
that has
just
nothing to do with everything else. Like that's just the
yeah,
endorsement bread because he does cigars and alcohol, I believe.
yeah, cigars, liquor,
Yeah.
cologne. So yeah, I mean, this is these are the type of things like these are the type of things that's like in reality it
And these
is
are the right
happening.
influence. This is the right influence too. They not well. We do have some other
I mean,
influencers.
we had the pranksters. We have pranksters.
Yeah, so that's more of the stuff for her mom probably thinking about the you're gonna be around a lot of them people. But it's only because they draw too much. But then the girl, what she does, the hotels, she promotes.
Yeah,
hotels,
like the traveling. You got the one that do traveling,
but
so
that's, you got a mixture of everybody. So it's
but you got and then you had the one young lady who was in there with the let's just call it what it is. She was a part of basically like the LGBTQ community,
and that's really important. That's when it was right with the things they laid down the open groundwork beforehand. It was just put together well. That you don't supposed to know. You figured it out right away though.
I figured it out.
I talked to some other people. They didn't like when I told them your idea. They're like, I don't know. And then when she came in and the conversation happened during dinner, I went,
yes.
H right. He read the storyline correctly.
I read it. Like I saw. The funny thing is, like, bro, when you watch certain shows, you can see through certain things, and I saw through that. But I really want to talk about the dinner party as a whole.
Yes.
This was really important to the episode because
family together. Well,
you had so many different dynamics happening at that one time.
Yeah, good and
bad. You had good and bad.
Let's talk about Hillary
the one
first.
you had the one. You want to talk about Hillary first?
Well, Hillary friends first. I mean,
you had the one. You had the one young lady talking to Aunt Viv, asking her about things that she did in her career as an artist, asking her why you're not doing this X, Y, X, Y, Z. But one of the ones that stuck out to me the most was when Trey was getting all saucy.
Exactly. You seen that through the like.
So he was getting saucy.
He was sneaking it. Like
nobody seen him off the wine. He was getting saucy off the wine, and loose lips sink ships.
Exactly. That's
so while Will was sitting down talking to the two prankster guys, Trey decides upon himself. Well, wait. Uncle Phil gives the toast first.
Yes.
Uncle Phil gives the toast first, saying all these sweet and nice things about his honeybee, Hillary, goodbye, this, that, and the third.
Facts. It was touching.
But Trey takes it upon himself to say, well, this is a going away party for Will too.
Yeah. At first I think, why would he say this?
Why would he say that?
It says but later in the episode, he said, you was calling me about Bel Air a lot. So I was thinking so he knows him and Carlton don't get along already. And that's why he's like, oh, well, you must be happy. Because this is basically Will's goodbye party too.
Yup.
Now, he just started saying too much stuff.
Oh,
but I guess he assumed everybody would know the situation in the house. So I guess that's not too far-fetched.
Listen.
But he just kept
going. At this moment, this when Trey became one of my least favorite people in this episode.
Yeah, he was nutty.
Like, he was just going ragging on and on. Oh, Will got into a fight. If it wasn't for your dad doing the DA magic trick,
even a fighting thing, he could have said Osman's being killed.
Rashad, like he started
even him being locked up, it could have said. But when he said your dad whisked it away, it went whoa.
Yeah, like you start bringing up Rashad and this and that, and Carlton
played it off well.
His nostrils started flaring, bro.
Oh yeah.
When he said,
like, what do you mean? You think my parents overreacted by sending Will here? Was it that serious,
bro? When they looked at when they put the camera from Carlton over to Uncle Phil, you just felt the heat. Yeah. It's like, yo, like y'all did that for him. Like y'all did that for it was just you got those feelings. Like y'all did that for him.
I thought it was a good scene.
It was a great scene. But let's talk about Ashley talking to the LGBTQ lady.
Yeah, they were talking about being fluent and stuff like that.
Yeah, just accent. It was just like,
and I went like, they setting it up. This is more blatant.
Yeah, asking her about like pro quos and
in the future how she felt.
Yeah, like exactly. And it was like, I'm in my head, right?
Yeah, you're
like, damn. Yeah. I'm like, damn, I really got that right. Like, like I'm patting myself on the back. I'm like, damn, I really got that right. Like, that's so crazy. But,
I was sitting there like, okay, all right, well.
Let's talk about how everybody was. Let's talk about when the maid brought out the main tray, the main dish.
Oh,
like, did you see that coming?
Can we? I didn't, but
did you see that coming?
Are we talking about that? Did we talk about the deep part afterwards?
I thought the episode was about to go like bad. I'm like, these boys about to pull up.
Yeah, because first I'm thinking like, it better not be no animals, something like that. Like, I thought it was gonna be like a Martin episode. They ain't no damn puppy. I thought.
Yeah, listen, I thought it was. I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was like a rat or something under that joint, bro. Because that joint was the damn lid was all moving. They was like, don't stop filming. This is a gift for Hillary under there.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, so it's gonna be at least something a little funny. It didn't happen when he got naked. I ain't gonna lie. When that happened, I thought it was gonna go left when he was there naked. I thought because they had every right. You and somebody else. It wasn't cool. Let's keep it real.
That wasn't.
If that was you and your parents was there and your parents was there and your homie just got butt naked dancing.
You know who that they reminded me of though.
Who?
They remind me. They was called Black Ass, but they reminded me of like Jake Paul and his brother and Logan. That's who they reminded me of.
Yeah, they just going doing goofy stuff. Like
they just doing dumb stuff.
It's gonna be great for the camera, but not like
it's gonna be great for the camera. So what? So you said something deep happened.
Yes, when the guy who runs the influence house is talking to Uncle Phil.
Yes,
and he's saying, "Let's keep it real, man. You're running for a DA. You're doing this stuff. You don't want your daughter to have more of a." I guess
you want her to have
title like a lawyer.
Yeah, you wanted a lawyer. Yeah.
Like, come on, like you had to want that, and he broke down how he used Hillary and how she was born, and that goes back to how Aunt Vivian had to probably sacrifice to make sure her daughter, because her daughter was very ill and sick, and and she had to like probably didn't want to do no art at the time, and she had to really focus. So but it's like just to see how he felt and say, I just want the world for her, like what she came through and how she's grown up and then has changed since then. And like in the guy's like, I wish he was my dad, like that. And that's always and I don't know if people know this, but when you meet like a great parent, when it's not your parent, you feel that way. When they talk about their kids a certain way, you're like, man, wow, I wish I had that like this. But of course, the person who's the kid don't realize
they don't see it. They don't see it at the time.
They don't see it till like later in life. But but he looked at like, man, you're a great dad. I wish you was my father. And I think that was of course after that, that's when the whole naked dancing thing happened. And
now let's get into the following scene after that. Carlton and Uncle Phil.
Now this is the episode. This is when you gotta ask yourself, what's good acting, what's good storytelling, and what's like, all right, because I thought Carlton went too far here. The point I feel like it kind of don't make sense. I know he going through anxiety and he go through. He's acting too emotional. Yeah, he's the.
What did I tell you from episode 1, bro? He's the villain, bro.
Yeah, and this made it blatantly clear.
He's the villain.
Like, he's still a kid, but here he's not. He's approaching his father like he's not. So first he goes in upset. Of course, makes sense. You got Will out of jail. Uncle Phil, shut the door behind you. You know, I mean, sit down and they talking about it. So, and Carlton just looks at his dad as a hypocrite, and that's the part I don't get. But he looks at him like a hypocrite and feels like
because it's something. It would, like he said, like if you peel back the layers, you know, like he's a criminal. You trying to say breaking the law was like the same as like helping me with my anxiety. Like it's layers there.
Well, no, it's layers there because he just said like he's like, you told me that I had to be honorable. You told me about justice, about being honorable, and about like following the rules, right? It's like, and all that was a lie. I said, well, to the conversation, technically speaking, whole thing was a lie was following the rules. This is justice, right? We seen how Will got in that situation. He wasn't a game banger. He wasn't a person who threw it. Like he made a stupid decision, and on top of that, he made a dumber decision, and his life was online. So it's just Carlton don't really care about Will.
No,
he never really,
not at all.
Yeah, he never showed us he did, but here you see he really don't, because he don't go like, damn, my cousin could have died. His mindset is not he could have been killed. My dad had to do with it to save him. He just went, hey dad, I ain't gonna say you love him more than me. He didn't go that route, but he just went, I'm disgusted with you. You're not really who the man I thought you was.
No, Link, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, man, prior to this episode, you got to look at it from Carlton's eyes also, right? You bring in the cousin, right? You bring in the cousin from He not from here. Boom.
No, from Philly.
I'm already here. So it feels like they elevated Will above Carlton, like not going to his game, not going to his game, rolling out the red carpet for Will. Aunt Viv letting Will drive the Lexus. Like, you just rolling everything Will, even when Will got caught with the drugs. It was like, all right, we're gonna find out what happened. But until then, Carlton, what happened? Like, it's your school too. That's your cousin. Why you letting people just do whatever they want up there?
Yeah.
So it seems like Carlton feels like it's this me against the world type situation right now.
Yeah.
But what he said though, what Uncle Phil said, he said, Carlton, I need your word.
Yeah.
And Carlton said, you got my word because other than you, it means something.
It was like, come on. That's why I felt like, yo, bro, you bugging right now. Like,
damn. I said 16, you would have got the blood slapped.
Yeah, yo, because H in my mind, I'm like, all right. Yo. I get you upset, right? But the way he's talking, all right, we have to feel that as the fan. Like, we watching it, have to be like, he has a point.
16,
we don't feel he has a point. It's like, bro, this is not 16. You don't have a point here. You just mad and jealous. But you have a point. But you have a real point. Your cousin, life was on the line. That's family. They let you know that family is important, and giving people the proper opportunities is important. Son, if we would have stayed in Philly, you could have been like Will. You could have been this like, but he just looking like, oh, you were breaking the law. You're not an honorable man. In a way, even the idea of like, I'm going to keep your word. Why do I have to ask you that? That means he thinks, his son might just go to the media. And of course, that's going to have to happen. He's the villain of the season. So he's going to have to go too far at the end and try to redeem himself in season 2. So I don't know what it is, but he's going to...
Something along the lines is going to happen.
Unless they're going to think so, but...
If y'all want to wait until I give up some more Easter eggs, please wait to the end of this episode.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna really talk.
But Link, all right, following that scene,
they went back to the party, but we could get off to that if you want. No. It was the party because he talking to Trey. Trey was drunk. He told Trey to go back to the.
He told Trey, let's wrap it up. Like, let's wrap this. They basically wrapped the night up after that, right?
But it did show that, But it did show that Trey, if we want to get deep, because this is the chance we get too deep, right? Mm-hmm. He has an alcohol problem.
He's drinking.
Exactly. Now we saw him drink, but how he was drinking, it was like we saw him sneak it looked like some scotch or something. And then he was drinking the wine. And then like the next one, early in the episode, he tried to take another drink and Uncle Phil took it from him.
Right.
So it shows like maybe now, if the note was settled, hey, maybe he has an alcohol problem and this is going to maybe play into later. I don't know. Drinking too much. But he got shot, right?
He got shot?
Yeah. Oh, we didn't even bring that up too.
He don't bring, but
no, we didn't bring that up when it was his manager. I mean, come on, election. The guy was there from all of us. Come on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't they talk about that after?
No,
don't they talk about going to the D Smoke concert after that? Or it's before?
I thought it's before because he brung up.
It's when Trey first. It's when Trey first get there. Yeah, it's when Trey first get there.
Yeah, I've been shot, okay. And the other guy like, wait, something I need to know is.
Yeah, he was like, no,
nah.
But see, that's that's
leading into like, all right, eventually now like, she's gonna know something's gonna come out. Something might come out later in the season, and that's gonna hurt.
Past
winning selection.
Yeah, past traumas for real. Yeah, you're right for sure. But I want to get into this. I want to get into this.
Carlton approaches Will. That's what happens next.
That's what happened. Carlton goes to his room. He goes to his room and was like, listen, when you going? He's like, man, when you going to tell me the truth?
Yeah. At first he said, like, Negro, didn't you just come at me for... didn't you come at me for knocking and all that? He said, what you going to do? Pull a gun on me, Will? Like, oh.
Yup, yeah. Villain, bro. Villains. That's how villains talk. That's how Joker was talking.
Yeah, he's looking down. He's looking down on Will at this point. And even the scene, Will is sitting down.
Yeah, Will's sitting down.
So
he's standing up.
So it even represents he's looking down on Will. You don't belong where I belong, and you shouldn't even be here. And stay away. In a way, and Will kind of went straight up, don't snitch. So that means they all feel like Carlton's going to He's going to
say something. He's going to say something.
He just say, just stay away from me. at home in school. That's crazy. And then he said, "Stay away from Lisa."
Say,
Even though
listen, when he said, "Hold on, though,"
let's
when
keep
he
it real.
said, when he said, "Stay away from Lisa," right? We 4 or 5 episodes in, and this girl already told you.
Yeah.
Like, she already told you she ain't want to be with you no more. So obviously, you still got old feelings. You still feel a way about what Will did with Lisa.
Yeah,
like, so.
Yeah, I mean, you said that. All right, so Will. All right, so I was talking to my sister about this.
Mm-hmm.
So Will didn't kiss Lisa?
He did kiss Lisa.
Okay, that's what I said. Right?
Yeah.
She said
he kissed her at the pool. He kissed her at the pool.
I'm gonna bring her on one episode so we all can talk about this, right? She said, if you look at the scene, Carlton does drugs. He turns around and that's what he sees. But that doesn't mean that's what happened. I went, wait a minute. He did do some drugs and he turned around and that's the first thing they showed. So was he actually kissing her?
Was they actually
seen because it was
what he
hot.
saw?
Because remember he said, "Yo, I wasn't. I was just around her. We were just talking." Because that changes the whole dynamic. Because I thought Will was wrong.
I'm not going to lie to you, right?
If that's
now that I think about it,
yeah, I think the scene put to me,
and I play the scene back in my head.
Yeah, he thought he saw her.
That could be a real revelation to what actually happened.
Yeah.
Like, that really got my wheels spinning.
That changes the story.
That got my wheels spinning.
Now it's like, well, he didn't never disrespect Carlton because I thought he went too far. Yo, bro, you knew that was your cousin X. You ain't got no right to do that. But if he didn't do that, that's why Will probably said, yo, tell him what happened at the pool party in school. Like, yo, that's not what happened. Yo, tell him what happened. You was there.
Yo, I'm really sitting here like thinking like that.
That changes the story, like, how we view. Like, I thought Will was wrong for that, so I always said Will's still flawed, but Will never did that.
Is that what really happened? Wow.
It's crazy.
Let's talk about the next morning though.
Oh, the concert.
Everybody's down. Everybody's downstairs.
Yeah.
Everybody's downstairs. And, Uncle Phil's down there flipping pancakes. Listen, why is everybody excited about him flipping pancakes? I don't know.
Yeah, them pancakes don't even look hitting.
The pancakes didn't look popping. They looked a little light.
Exactly. They look a little Drake except for
They looked light. They looked light. I'm looking at the kids, looking at the pancakes, but he flipping the flapjacks. And Will is like, Uncle Phil, how you know how to do stuff like that? He like fraternity, learn by watching by fire, blah, 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 blah. But that's not really important. The flapjacks are not really important in this particular episode. This particular scene. This particular scene is catered around Carlton comes downstairs.
Exactly. After everything last night, coming at Uncle Phil, coming at Will.
Yeah.
So now, but they're playing it off well. Will and Uncle Phil like, okay, we're on the bridge.
Uncle Phil is like, Carlton, do you want some of my famous flapjacks? He like, no, me and Lisa got a lot of stuff to do. Centered around
to talk about too. Yeah,
centered around her mom memorial, etc., etc. I'll pass. Boom. So Uncle Phil was like, at least you're gonna come to the concert with us, right?
Yeah.
He like, nah, I ain't gonna do all that. Me and Lisa got things to catch up on. And he looked at Will.
Yep, nutty.
He looked at Will like, damn, I wonder if he gonna tell Lisa. Because, Will's still a little perturbed because Lisa's dad is still a cop.
Yeah, now at first I thought Will was wrong for kissing Lisa and the cop thing, but if he didn't kiss Lisa, he's only wrong for the cop thing. That he just, so yeah, he is a little too emotional about that.
So they go, that scene transitions over to Will.
The most uncomfortable scene. Hold on, Will and who?
Wait, Will and Trey going outside.
Yeah.
And seeing Lisa.
Yeah. Like, and Will try to let's just go this way, and Trey can't read a room. He like, hold on, bro. So Trey Lisa,
he bought that West Philly out.
Yeah. You
he bought that West
my
Philly
boy
out.
Talking about you.
I don't give a damn attitude. Yeah. So
and Will's like, he don't want to deal. Like, he like, bro, Carlton.
I don't really want to.
Carlton holds power, right? Will has witnessed Carlton's power in school, so he do like, look, he can, if he really wants to let me get out of here.
He can.
Yeah, so he just left, and Lisa noticed like Will's acting.
Yeah, like Trey introduced himself. Yeah, you Lisa, blah 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 blah. Will just can't stop talking about you. All this, that, and the third.
The like, what? He can't stop talking.
Yeah. So he's like, no, Will, like, man, we gotta go meet Uncle Phil. Go to the show.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I want to say this now before then. I don't want to see Will with Lisa.
I don't. This version.
No,
I don't want to see him with this version.
The idea, I feel like the story, he'd be wrong if he dates Lisa. Yep. That's still your cousin. Actually, he's going through. You know, your cousin's on drugs. You know he's going through things. You already had a fight over her. You should not be like, I'm trying to date her. I hope.
I don't want to see.
They showed he kind of try and kind of not try at the same time.
But I don't want to see Will. I don't want to see Will with this version of Lisa. You get me?
Yeah. This version of Lisa. Yeah,
this version of Lisa is different than, like I said,
because they changed the story up. Yeah, this story, he should not be with her.
Nia Long was different than this version of Lisa. This version of Lisa is not giving that. You know,
no.
I would like Will to.
She's not dropped dead.
Mind you, like you remember, Will Smith was a player.
Oh yeah, boy.
He had a lot of He had
baddies.
Listen,
not women.
Let's go down the list.
Baddies.
Jasmine Guy was on the show. Robin Givens was on the show. Tyra Banks was on the show. Tisha Campbell was on the show. Kim Fields was on the show. That's just 5. Like, he had some of the joints of the 90s on that show. So I would like for Will Smith to dibble and dab. That's just me as a fan.
At their prime too. They wasn't like later in their career.
They was
goats.
They was
Tyra Banks was Tyra Banks.
They were tender at that particular
you didn't
time.
Notice Tyra Banks hit like forehead.
No, you didn't notice. Nah, you ain't noticed it till later. Way later.
Different. Nia Long was Nia Long, bro.
God, my God. Listen, but let's talk about they get to the venue. They get to the venue, VIP treatment, and Uncle Phil takes a call.
Before we do this, have you ever had that, Phil? Waiting in line and somebody just stroll up and go to the front?
Only at the club. Only happens at the club. At concerts, I don't be feeling no way.
But they do have a VIP line, but
at concerts, I don't feel a way.
Because you saw people looking at Will like, who these young boys and how they getting it? Because he's
but you see Uncle Phil in front
with
of
a suit
them.
on. With a suit, they should have been like, all right, he's clearly somebody.
Like I mean, only time I feel like that is at the club, but I don't club like I used to, like back in my backsliding days, back. But
Trey acts really weird here.
Uncle Phil gets a call.
Oh, you want to talk about the call? Okay, cool.
Yeah, he goes, he like, go ahead, guys, you go upstairs, and I'll meet y'all up there. So Phil goes.
It's after they meet D Smoke already. Right.
They meet D Smoke.
Yeah, that's not really weird. Yeah, Trey was acting really weird, but it's cool.
That's not. That's
like
meeting D Smoke.
I mean, we can talk about the show. What was the show? What was it? What was the show he won?
You watched? Oh, he won Rap Game. No, Rap Game?
Was it Rap Game or Flow?
No, it wasn't the Rap Game. Hustle and Flow.
Hustle and Flow. All right, cool.
Hustle and Flow.
At least know that like the winner's still doing something.
No, it's the reason I'm saying.
But
the reason I'm saying D Smoke is not important because it's at the end of the day, it's D Smoke. It's D Smoke. Let's talk about Uncle Phil. It's D Smoke. Let's talk about Uncle Phil. Let's talk about Uncle Phil going downstairs after he takes the call.
All right, cool.
He takes the call, and to his surprise,
they try to jump him, bro. That was crazy.
It's Lisa's dad, the chief of the captain of the LAPD, and I want to say a congressman.
You know how weird that is, though. Like, yo, your daughter's at my house right now.
Right, a congressman. Yeah, so they bring up the Phil. They bring up the Phil, yo, all that defund the police talk. That's not good, bro.
Well, it wasn't not good. To be fair, it wasn't.
That's not good. That's not good.
He said a real point, but he said, "Where does it stop?" Though, yeah, that makes sense what you're saying.
Phil was like, "So what you?" Phil was like, "So what you trying to say?" Like, I can't talk like that. He like, listen, it's some people in some very high places that don't like think you should be talking like that. Like, they don't think you should be discussing defund the police. Like you said, where does it end? Yeah. Going on and on and on. But Phil made a point, though. Phil made a point. He was like, listen, in my mind, I'm like, oh, he basically told them, do what you got to do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Basically, do what y'all got to do, because this is not going to stop me, because, again, he was up in points at the polls, and he was up with the black vote.
I think that's the real point here. I do think Phil cares about what they're saying.
He do.
But he was losing. Now he looks like he's winning. So he went, well, if I go back the other way,
I'm gonna be losing again.
So you know what? I get what you're saying, but I gotta win this. So
because you gotta think, right? Well, let's say Uncle Phil is like a stick in the mud, right? Before Will came, he didn't have a good rapport with the fraternity.
No, he did. They didn't like that.
He was lost against black people. Will came in. He got him some black votes.
Yeah,
got him on good standing with the fraternity.
Yeah.
And he did the charity skating event, even though he did say defund the police.
Yeah.
Even though, you know.
Yeah, but he brought the people.
That.
Yeah,
so
he helped them out a lot.
After that, now this is
the uncomfortable scene, bro. This
where things get tight.
I don't know what to feel about this. I want Boy to come back. Don't mess up the household.
Trey and Will.
Oh no, that didn't happen next. No, that's next to the storyline of that. They go to Aunt Vivian.
Wait, they go to Aunt Vivian at the
what?
Link. I was so caught up, right? Because I wanted to talk about that, right?
No, that's
Aunt Vivian goes and meets one of the artists, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in my mind, right? I hear him talking, right?
Yeah, he's talking to. Bro.
No, wait though, and I look up. I'm like, I hear him talking. I'm like, that sounds like Malik Ely.
Yeah.
Bro, I look up, it's Malik Ely.
Looking like Malik, looking at him too, looking at her like.
I'm like, they put Malik Ely as an artist. Y'all already know the ladies love Bull.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Then it's like, hey, and the
way
he was talking, drawing.
He was talking,
he was drawing.
Listen, with the wine in his hand, and you ain't been a painter in 13 years. You got another 13 to wait, and you got to take your moment while you have it.
Look, that sounds great the way you said it. Wait, he said but like, wow, look at your paintings and the way you stroke.
I can stare at you. Listen, he was like,
look at your art
paintings for hours. Like,
you're like, yo, bro, what are you?
I'm listening to Malik Ely. I'm like, yo,
and he made sure he called her Smith too. So that means he knew her. Yeah, so he
called her Smith. Not
he said, "Oh, I'm sorry,
Banks."
Yeah,
he too damn smooth. You can't leave Malik Ely around your lady, bro.
No,
you gotta take his head off.
Yeah,
he talking to her like he was talking in Think Like a Man. Like, oh, what are you doing?
And that's the point. She's looking at him like she looking at him like she like, yo, all right.
But wait though. I like when they went through the hall and she was like, see this artist right here, I don't like that. That's minimalistic. I don't like that. That's not my taste. He was like, that's reserved for you. Like,
yeah, I don't like ball,
bro. How you even know? Like she said, I don't even know if I still got that.
He like, no, you got it. All right. Like,
you got it. You got it, and give it to me. Like,
I don't want that. Uncle Phil gonna have to swing. Yo, forget about the cop and the congressman. Uncle Phil needs to swing on that ball. Like,
now we got Nessa. That's going to be something that I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes, because that transitions into what we about to go after Trey. Well, Trey and Will is at the game. I mean, at the concert. They at the concert. Trey ain't feeling it.
What?
He not feeling Will. He not feeling Will. He not feeling
because Will. And this is Will's fault. He's trying to set up a scenario without telling him he wants to stay. So you're like, hey man, I know you like it out here. So whenever we have breaks, summer breaks, winter breaks, basically for the next 2 years, bro, come down. You're like, wait,
you ain't coming back home?
He's like, well,
I mean, but see,
then he went straight up. Then he went straight up crabs in a barrel right after that. The things he said to Will was crabs in a barrel. Because right after we got upset, you trying to walk away with you like who you are, like you
who you listen. But see, it's like
get back where you came from. It's like whoa.
But Link, you remember do you remember this particular episode on the old
Trey? With Trey came down. Yeah, it was Trey, right?
Like on the old show, it's like this the same thing happened, like the same exact thing. And you know what? Like I like how they bro. People talk.
The storyline is still.
It's still revolved around the same show, but people see it as a different. They see it different because it's a drama.
No, but it's the same story. I like they might switch up like love interests is here and there, but the idea of what Will had to go through leaving Philly,
right?
So we might have a go back to Philly episode because that.
Bro, didn't I say that Philly?
That makes sense too because he's going back because now he's going back there. Will betray the hood. Right, because he's staying out there, so Trey about to dog his name.
He about to drag his name.
So when Will do go back down there, he a nut, he a this, he a snit. They said
Yep, they setting it up. So Will is like caught between a rock and a hard spot at this point. Yeah. He's like, yo, I should go back, but I don't want. After talking to Hillary, I don't want to go back.
I got more options out here. Look, I'm at a concert, bro. We just think of like even what Trey got there. We had a party with basically millionaires, right? Because even the dinner, they made it seem like it was a regular dinner. No, bro, we having millionaires over, bro.
Yeah, entertainers, millionaires.
People who right now got stuff shaking and moving in the world.
Yeah.
Because the influencers, so these people got stuff shaking and moving. They at our crib. We eating good food. You drinking. You eating. You drinking. We
having a good time.
They had the slide. Remember, they turned on the slide for them for the pool. It's like,
turn on water slide.
Look at our life, bro. Like we just went to a D Smoke. We didn't even know that. Uncle Phil just gave that to us.
We're
gonna do some
VIP
with D Smoke. What? Yeah, we're going to just. When did it? That wasn't a part of the plan. So I'm supposed to leave this.
Right.
To go back where? 48th of
Crazy. For the deuce.
Exactly.
50 deuce.
Yeah, you want to go on 52nd? What? I want to go to the villa. I'm going to buy some mixtapes from the.
Like, what you want me to do? Like,
yeah, and I'm on a good basketball team. I'm looking good. I'm eating
everything
good.
is good. Everything is good.
Yeah, the only drama he got is drama in the house, right?
That's it.
Nobody trying to kill him.
Right now that we know of.
Yeah, nobody trying to shoot him. Like, ain't
nobody trying to kill him. Now, Link, this is what I'm gonna say. After that scene, right? Aunt Viv is at the canvas. The canvas was blank early in the episode.
Yeah.
Now we got it's a beautiful painting. I ain't gonna lie, it's on fire, y'all. It's fire.
Yeah.
It's fire. So
young sisters holding hands, basically.
Will comes in and he talks to Aunt Viv. And the conversation they had, it pretty much let me know what Will's decision was. His decision was made at this point, right?
It was.
He ain't going nowhere. Right? He ain't going nowhere. Trey need to go back to Philly early. Like he on some bullshit. Like he need to go back. He on some bullshit.
First he did come calm, and she trying to at least like from a woman angle. Fight. You're still friends. Y'all going through something right now. He like, nah, this is deeper than that. Like he wants to leave. Like
he wants to
leave.
Think
we can fix this. Like, yeah. And they had the fight scene before that.
Though. They had the fight. Yep. They had the fight. They had the fight.
It could have been.
The fight was before.
Yeah.
Fight. Get the fuck out. Yeah. When Will was like, "Get the fuck out my room."
Yeah.
And it was all types of.
It
was all types of words being thrown around.
Yeah, exactly. Third, we can't even say it. But I do say with against to that, he sounded like a Philly dude. I give him that. Like he said some of them words right.
He said some of them words, and I'm like, all right. Well, some of them things that they was throwing out there was very it was very. Very unfriendly. It ain't sound like two friends. I'm gonna be honest with you. Exactly. It did not sound like two friends.
Yeah, and Will did get him on the ground. It's about to hit him.
He was about to hit him.
And it shows growth though. Well, a little bit, right? So that is his friend and he loved him. That's his best friend. But it shows growth because beforehand he would impulse. He would just do it. So it shows both. Like, I don't want to hurt my friend and I'm growing here. I'm becoming a different person.
Yeah.
It just hurts. But before we get into the rest, let's talk about Carlton playing this stuff.
Ooh, Link, we cannot forget about that.
Yeah, so Carlton feeling good right now. He knows all this information about Will. He feel like he got the upper hand. Lisa already setting up the whole mom thing.
Yes.
I don't even think that should have been a thing anyway. It should have been maybe
Lisa is saying to Carlton, thank you for doing this.
My
mom was, we should do, like Carlton was like, we should do the Mardi Gras theme, et cetera, et cetera. Carlton like, I
loved your mom. Yeah. She said all the good stuff. I loved your mom.
And they hugged. They embraced. They hugged. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I saw Carlton's eyes.
He like, I'm about to go.
I looked in his eyes. I said, he's going to try to kiss her.
Yep.
Right? So he leans in. And I'm like, all right, cool. Lisa leans back.
Yeah.
She says, Carlton, what you? Oh, he like, oh, I'm sorry.
I thought, he
like, I thought,
no,
you thought wrong.
My feelings still didn't change. That's why I say you need separation, bro. You can now I get it. Y'all families are friends.
Yeah.
So y'all been around each other, so she needs your help. She really needs your family's help, but you're the one taking the initiative to help her.
Yeah.
I could see why he felt that way, but yeah, he got played.
Yeah.
And I thought he was gonna start telling information there. You know what?
I thought he was.
Like Will, huh? Well, Will is
Will is a gangster. Exactly. Will is a gangster. He likes to carry guns.
Exactly. He be threatening drug dealers. That's the guy you want.
That's who you want. And then he run off. Like, yo, who wrote that?
Yeah,
that'd be terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's talk about Hillary talking about Ashley. And Ashley actually coming to her, letting Hillary know she has a crush on somebody.
A friend. I have a crush on a friend.
I have a crush on a friend.
That's why I knew it was 100%. I was like, he's 95% right. I'm like, he's 100%.
Tell me about this. Tell me about this friend. And she says, Lucia. And Ashley is like, you're not mad? She's like, no, I'm not mad. What you think I'm gonna be mad because you have a crush on somebody? Like, whether it be boy, girl, whatever. Like but Ashley was like, I can't. She's like, maybe I could talk to you. I can't talk to mom and dad about stuff like that. She's like, I didn't totally rule out boys, but she like who she like.
Yeah.
And this, what makes me, this is, I hate that this is happening more and more in shows. Like,
yeah, because I hate what it's
every show, needed. Bro. It's not. I feel like
all right. Put it this way. So for adults, this is how I view it, and this is not going to go against nobody.
I hate it.
So when you're anything, you like boys, girls, you're heterosexual, whatever. It's like that's you letting me know who you like to lay in the bed with, right? So in the show, that's not really needed, right? I don't need to know who you, unless you want to have a relationship. You show the person in a relationship,
bro.
But this is a 12-year-old person, right? She, technically 13, speaking, she 13. Said I thought she said she was 12, but
no, she's 13.
But they argue,
but
not argue. She's saying she's bisexual, but it's like, I know we don't got nothing for Ashley, but this is what we need for Ashley. Like, I don't need to see her choosing.
Remember back, bro. Remember back in the day, right? You remember back in the day, the first real boy that Ashley liked in the show was Tevin Campbell. She met Tevin Campbell, right? Fainted. Right? And fainted. Yeah. She fainted when she met him.
Yeah, we got
so you
that.
Telling me, 2022. 2022, right? Y'all had to do this before y'all actually gave her a real crush. Like y'all said, all right, let's write this. She said she don't
even know. She said I didn't even rule out boys yet, so I don't want to tell them. She actually was an adult with this conversation. She said I don't want to tell my parents, not because I'm scared, because I don't want them to think it's a phase if I don't like girls no more. So like, do we need to hear this? I'm like,
no.
She's like 12, 13. She needs a different story.
Like they could have left this. I feel like they could have either left it out, or two, gave it to another character.
That would have been better. It would have been better if it was Carlton.
I'm not ruling it out, but what I'm saying is they could have left that to another character.
Not to a main core character who already have a backstory.
Bro, it's a 13-year-old kid. I'm not saying 13-year-olds don't be going through these feelings, but right now, I still want to let these kids be kids.
Like, what is if you actually listen to what she's saying, that's what she's saying. Yeah, I have a crush on this person. I don't think they have a crush on me. I don't know what I want to do. I do like boys too. I really don't know nothing yet. So why are you giving this to us?
Right.
She's not even defined yet. So that means she do all this and only like boys. At the end of the series, it's like, did we have to go through this?
Crazy.
I get it. She needed a character, but they needed to give her a character. I just mad they went to that default. They needed to give
her a storyline.
Yeah, and I'm mad that was the story. Like, we could have done something better. When she's young, we could have came with a different type of issues that like 13-year-olds go through. And she's not really an issue for her. She's actually seem adult about it. She knows she likes this person. She don't know
because like at the end of the day, this is a very adult situation. That
she's talking very cool and calm. She's not even. Yeah. She even said, "Are you surprised?" She's like, "Ozzy said, I'm surprised that you like somebody right now because you're
so wrapped up in everything else."
Yeah. So that was she was like, I was more shocked about that. And when she said, "Shocked that you're gay," no, I was like, we didn't see no things that you think this character. They didn't show us things that you went like this character.
Like I said, it's like some things could be. tomatoes, like tomatoes. Some things could be left out, but let's wrap it up with Will and Trey. So Trey feels like I gotta leave, right? I gotta leave. I gotta go. What's here for me? Like, ain't nothing here for me. Like my home.
Don't want him to leave, man.
Yeah, my home is Philly. My home is Philly. Why should I stay here and try to conform to this life?
Yeah, they were standing next to each other, and he said, he was like, "You don't have to leave." He said, "Yeah, I do." And then he just trying to say, "There's more in life than Philly," or he even say Philly. He said West Philly. So he's saying like, because they never even left the hood like that. So
nah,
like, more than life than West Philly, and I found it out here. He said, "Well, not for me."
Yeah, he was stuck. He was stuck, bro. He was stuck. He thought
that could be two things.
That's all he had.
Yeah,
that's all he had.
Yeah, that could be two things. There could be one like, okay, he loves the hood life, or he said, "No, I don't have no options to leave it." So me even being here is fantasy.
Yeah,
I might hurt myself more. I'll stay here, then go back home. That could get you depressed,
yeah.
bro. If you live like in a project, and then somebody's gonna take you to the Bahamas,
bro,
and you like, are you at the Bahamas? But you got to go back to the projects after the vacation.
You got to go back to the projects. That's crazy.
You're not happy.
It's a different feeling. You're not happy. That doesn't. Yeah.
Like, but on a vacation, you should be happy.
But you know what? At the end of the day, you need that though to show how far you can go. You know, like
that's why I thought it was good, right? One
sometimes you do gotta stuck, like,
and one character is not stuck, right? So to show you the difference of situations, right?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta get in the car and just drive through the city and see all the big cribs and see all the high. You gotta see stuff like that to expand your. But you don't see, bro. To expand your mind, you gotta expand your mind, because if you stay in the hood, you only gonna have that hood mentality. Like that's just what it is.
Same thing. A lot of people in Philly who don't even know that we have the arts here, the great restaurants, great plays and stuff like that here. They don't go.
You know how many.
But they would leave Philly to go to New York to see Broadway, not seeing no play here. Like, yo, you had that here,
bro. You know how many. You got the Kimmel Center right there. Like, you know how many people refuse to go and do like just the normalcy things. Like, bro, go to the African American History Museum. It's there. Literally downtown. Second Street. Yeah, it's literally downtown.
Yeah, right corner from the Fox building. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's literally downtown. It's like so many things. It's just about expanding your mind. But Will talks to his mom, right? Will talks to his mom on the phone.
This is
the climax.
I thought his mom was gonna go somewhere else, but she kept.
This is the climax of the story. This is the climax of the episode.
Yep, we got our.
Will is talking to his mom. His mom is excited, like, baby, I think it's time for you to come home.
The coaches want you here yesterday.
You know, coaches want you back like yesterday. The recruits and blah blah blah. Just painting this picture about this illustrious lifestyle that's waiting for Will Smith in West Philadelphia.
Born and raised. The playground when he's gonna
please do not fall for the traps.
Yeah, that's the setup.
Will Smith, right, listening to his mom, as any kid would, listen to his mom, you know, hearing her out. But his mind is already made up. Thank God, right? His mind is already made up in this conversation. He like, Mom, you told me life is bigger than these 14 blocks. What'd he say? These 14 blocks? Yeah. These 14 feet? There's 14 something.
Exactly.
14. The block is bigger than this. The world's bigger than this. And when I'm going to be ready to put my crown is going to be waiting for me when I'm ready to wear it. He said, I'm ready, Mom. He like, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. And at that moment, I feel like this is Will Smith coming into his own in this show now. Like, no more, like, of course he's going to be doing all the fun and games, all of the Will Smith big character moments and all that. But I feel like at this moment he matured, in my opinion. I feel like at this very moment is the moment where he decided, like, you know what? People spoke for me in the past. My mom dictated me coming all the way out here. Why not make the most of it? Like, that's the number one thing, is like making the most of your opportunity. That's what I got from that scene. It's like you send your son out, you send your son all the way out there to get better, right? To want better, to have better. But you want to snatch him away from that without him even going through the full experience.
Yeah,
that's like selling him short. You can't say, Link, you can't say this. I want the best for my child.
Yeah.
I want the best for my child, right? Like Jay-Z said, you can't go back to Steakums after eating filet mignon.
That's facts.
Like, you can't. Like, it's no hard, matter man. What, like, no, it's, you could try.
You could eat a Steakum, but you went,
bro,
you can't only eat Steakum.
You know how hard it is to go back to Big Macs after having Five Guys. Pause, but it's hard. Like you can't go back to you can't go back to them $20 burger. You can't go back to the $3.99 burger after having a $20 burger. After having a $20 burger, it's totally different. So, Link, what's your closing on that scene?
I thought the scene was good because I thought the scene was going to lead into, did your aunt tell you this? Because I said before, we should let Will make the decision, and she's like, for himself.
He's still a kid.
So my mom, like, I hope she don't be like, oh, my sister pitched you up to this. And I'm like, please don't. But she kept it real. She was heartbroken, but she understood because he stood up as a man. He said, "You told me that I have a crown if I'm willing to like take it.
If I'm willing to wear it, yeah,
I'm ready to wear it. I have to be my own man, and I have to do these decisions." What Hillary said before, you have to live with your decisions.
That's it. Nobody else.
We get over it, but like you got to do what's best for you. And this is obviously best for him. This is not even one of those. It could be best for him. It's like, no, this is clear.
This is clearly Hillary, what's best for you.
So Hillary is more debatable, right? Hey, you got this job that's going to give you a lot of money and give you a lot of status, or you could go this other route that you could get some status the other way. That's more debatable, right? Because people have seen success of being a chef in these magazines and restaurants. Will, the success rate of where she want him to go back to is so low. Well, why would you want, like, you watching it, like, you was happy, but you seen the pain in his face, but you was happy that he don't want to go back.
He don't want to go back. And I think that for me, that's what wraps up the episode. That's the premise of the episode for me. That's all I got out of it is, don't let nobody trick you out your spot, man.
Yeah.
No matter how much, no matter how
much
much
this, it could be somebody.
No matter who it is, it might be your mom, your dad, parents, loved ones, cousins, brothers, sisters, friends. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot. If I'm in Bel Air, right? Let's just say me. I'm in Bel Air. I'm living lavish, and somebody called me like, "Yo, bro, it's going down in the city. Come home." For what?
What you mean? You mean like it's a concert happening? Nah, like it got real. We need you down here.
What I'm coming back for?
Nah, bro.
I'm never coming back. Never. Forget you even knew me. I'm not even him no more. I'm not even Will Smith no more. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, bro. I'm Will. Listen, I'm Will Banks at this point.
I'm Will Banks. I'm Willard Banks.
I'm Willard Banks. I'm Willard Banks at this point. You guys forget all what you knew about me. I do not know you. I don't want y'all to know me.
I like that. We're going to use that for the rest of the season. We're watching Willard Banks.
Like, you guys
Will Smith,
are trying
he killed Will Smith. He ain't going. As soon as he made this decision, episode 5, episode 6 and on, that's Willard Banks.
All my problems besides Carlton is fine. Rashad gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Carlton is the real issue.
Carlton is the villain. My aunt and uncle. My aunt and uncle is on my side now. They love me. Hillary loves me. Me and Ashley cool. Even though we ain't see Jeffrey this whole episode.
So you know he a real one. Yeah.
Jeffrey might be doing some incognito work, but 007 cleaner work. But I felt like this. Like I said, to wrap this episode up for me is like to say if I could use one word for this episode, man, I would definitely say this episode. For it to be episode number, what is this? 5?
5.
For it to be episode number 5. This episode to me was one of those that surprised, like, not surprised me, but put me in a spot where I felt like Okay, we halfway through. We had a good moment. We had a good speed.
Well, yeah, I feel you. I feel like where we at now, this episode represents the acting, right? It was no distractions in this episode. It was all acting.
No,
there was no basketball game being played. It was no like movement. It was like them have to deliver the lines, the emotion, the feelings. Yeah. Everybody killed it. Like, because I don't like Carlton, but that's the point.
I don't like Carlton.
I don't supposed to like him. And his performance.
You're not supposed. He's the villain.
Yeah, you don't supposed to, because they got to the point now you don't supposed to sympathize for him. In the beginning, they had like he could be, but the way he's talking to his father makes no sense. It's like, bro, you're going a little too far. Your dad didn't save the kingpin. He saved your cousin.
He saved your cousin. You guys are supposed to. That's your family. That's your family. Like that's your family. Like at the end of the day.
And you've been around him before, because even when Trey said I haven't seen you since I was 8, that means y'all the same age. Y'all been around each other. It's not you never seen him before.
Yep.
It's like, yo, now, when we was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we was around each other.
Now, Link, and your opinion, right? I'm gonna ask you a few characters, right?
Facts.
I ain't gonna ask you about everybody in this episode.
Right, no problem.
I'm ask you about a few characters. Give me their grade. Okay. Give me their grade for the episode, this particular episode. So I'm gonna just throw some random names out there. I ain't gonna say everybody. That'll be a whole nother hour.
I'm down.
Trey.
B.
Okay, Trey B. Will.
A performance. So emotional.
Okay.
Sounded like Will Smith too, to a certain degree. That was kind of cool.
He did. What about Aunt Viv? How do you feel like Aunt Viv was in this particular episode?
I give her a B. I feel like, okay, we talk about her acting or the storyline?
No, just the storyline of her character.
So I give it a B.
Okay.
All right, I'm really mad, so a C+. All right, because I think the bull was hitting on her a little too hard for me, for her not to be like
Michael Ealy.
Yeah, like
Michael Ealy.
My man was talking.
Listen, man,
he was talking to her at the time, bro.
Them green eyes be getting all of them.
Yeah, I'm like, ladies, she don't smack this dude. This is clearly not about Peyton no more. Like, he ain't talking about.
It's not about art. This is about that. This is about that ad.
Yeah. My man talking about like first he talked about the other artists. Oh, that stroke work is great, similar to your work. You know, when I look at your paintings and the colors you choose,
I can look at your paintings for hours.
I'm like, yo, I can't be the only person.
I can look at your paintings for hours.
So I felt like her character should have acted different to that.
I mean, should have acted like should have walked out. But she's she's an artist and she's at a particular fork in the road.
Yeah, but
like, do I continue to be the wife of a
do we well, she's a professor. She has her own path. She just wants to go back into art. But so do we supposed to assume he was hitting on her?
Yes.
That's what it seemed like. So do she not supposed to see that he was hitting on her? Is that the story?
Listen,
she doesn't know?
She doesn't know. Let's say she's playing
so the story is she doesn't know she's hitting.
Let's say she's playing the I don't know game.
Yeah, I had no idea that's what he was trying to do.
I had no idea. So we're going to see where it goes.
Though. So right now, I was mad about that because to us it's obvious that's what he was doing. So I'm a little upset of her character there. But the rest of the episode, I thought she did great. I give it a C+. So
I'm saying this.
Okay.
Let's see where it goes. Right? Let's just see where it goes.
Yeah, that's why for this episode, she might get an A.
Carlton.
All right. For what he's supposed to do, he's an A. If he's the villain of the season, this is an A+. A+, because he made me hate him so much.
I hate him. But he's not doing drugs. He's not doing drugs no more.
Nah, man, go back to the drugs, bro. I felt sorry for you. He's doing the drugs, bro. I felt like, yo, he need help. Now I'm
he's not doing drugs no more.
No, go back to the drugs, bro.
He's not doing drugs.
It's to the point. Like, I'm happy when Lisa played on. Like, what you get, nipple.
You try to kiss. She said, no. She giving.
Where's your cousin, bro? Where's your cousin?
She say she give me 50 feet.
So
protected by Viper, stand back.
So I give him an A+.
Okay. Well, that's only the. I ain't asking about Phil. I'm not asking.
I'm not asking
about Ashley or Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary was cool though. Oh, and then her embracing her mom at the end of the show when she said, "I'm proud of you." That was
that was
on their storyline. Their storyline. I think it's.
I needed that. You know what? I needed that. No,
right?
Of course
no,
not.
I mean the idea of they got to a point
of them having friction for the moment.
Yeah,
for the moment.
You think something else might come up.
Something else. Anything is possible to happen.
She's out the house.
Yeah, anything is possible to happen. Anything is liable.
Is she? Well, are we done? Are we done with it so we can start talking about what is in the future?
Yeah, this is an episode. Yeah.
So all right. So before we do that, to me, 5 episodes a season, I think it's 5-0.
I think they 5 up.
Yeah,
all
they undefeated right now. Every episode hit in a different way. It's good. All right,
all hitters.
So let's talk about for you. Same thing, right? 5-0.
5 up, 5 up. I don't have no gripes. This show is great. Like
exactly. So let's just talk about something. Cause you was right on the whole Ashley thing.
Oh, the Ashley thing.
So
shout outs to that.
So Hillary in the future, is Hillary getting kicked out the house?
Hillary gets, in my opinion, I think something goes wrong. Hillary ends up out of the influencer house, but her parents won't let her back in the house.
So she kicks out or leaves?
She gets kicked out of the influencer house.
She can't, and they don't want
tries to come back to the mansion, but her parents don't let her back in because they like, you got to find your own way. And that's how we end up with more friction between Vivian and Hillary. That's fine. Don't quote me on that. It might not happen, but I see it.
So all right. So what we got with
Carlton, Lisa,
Carlton
and Will
spill the beans.
Willard. Yes, but it's going to happen in a moment where it's to his benefit. Right now, nothing benefits him if he says anything right now. Like he can't say, "Oh, well, my dad is." Let's say, for instance, right? Somebody at Princeton is like, come up with a story, da da da. He might be like, "Well, you know, my dad did such and such for my cousin."
Yeah, like, okay, I see.
And that might be, anything to benefit him. You know, Carlton's a kiss. He's a brown noser, bro. Anything to boost his, anything. Right, you remember in the original show?
Oh yeah, he was. He
was a bro. When he came around,
he gave me the wink and the gun. Like, how did I get the job?
Wink and the gun. Like, but you remember when he got around the black fraternity and all that, and they ain't want Carlton because he was too white.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, this Carlton's version of Carlton has always been there. I don't know why people act surprised.
No. Look, if you take I would say people, if you take the comedy out of Will,
the
Will and Carlton dynamic, they're trying to hurt each other. They're singing
insults
to. They're insulting each other. They're not making fun. They're not making a ha. They're insulting each other the whole time. Those stuff Will is saying to Carlton, that's not cool. It was funny, so we laugh.
Yes.
But let's keep it real. Like your cousin talking to you like that, this and this, and you talking to your cousin like that,
bro.
Your parents would take that, but yo, stop talking to each other like that. Y'all family, y'all tripping.
Y'all family, like y'all family.
It's like Jeffrey, how Jeffrey was making fun. That's cruel. If that was real life, if your butler was saying stuff about you like that, you'd be like, yo, bro, you got
your butler, bro.
He keeps saying smart. He keeps saying
your butler don't even get your butler don't even get to talk.
Exactly. He come in making fun of your weight and this.
Yeah, like like you don't even get to talk.
Yeah, like hold on, Playboy.
We gonna get. Listen, outside. I feel like we're gonna get. I feel like episode 5 was a knockout. I feel like they knocked it out of the park. I feel like this show is listen, man. They're gonna get a lot of nominations for a lot of awards. Yeah, like this show is really good.
Let's do some more stuff. Is Uncle Phil going to win the election?
Uncle Phil went. Well, according to the show, he wins the election.
Yeah, they're gonna switch it up. They can.
He's gonna.
He could lose. It won't affect the story of the show.
No, he could lose. He could lose.
So what's your prediction?
But he went. The reason I say he went. The reason I say he wins because it's like, all right, because it goes with the storyline. Like because again, at some point he becomes a judge, right? Okay. So, but he doesn't become a judge till later.
Exactly. So
way later. But he got to become a district. He got to become a district attorney first.
Does Aunt Vivian step out the marriage? a kiss. Let's say something like
maybe, maybe.
Does she kiss?
Maybe because that makes for more drama. Like Vivian could tell Phil, like, I met with such and such. You met with him after I told you. It could be something like that. You don't know the dynamic of their relationship for real.
Yeah, because he called her Smith. So
you don't know the dynamic of the relationship. Yeah, so it's a lot of layers to peel back. Like, this show is only 5 episodes in, and I don't want to be the one to be like, yo, like, this shit, this and that, and this and that. No, we got
it could go a different way to go. Like, I think we got.
It's a long way to go. And I just want to. You want to know what? It's like, I just want to enjoy the ride.
It's fun. It's fun.
I want to enjoy the ride of this show because it's nothing like the original. So I just want to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it just. This was weird. I was watching the show and I thought about because it's a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Without the original, this is still a good show. Right.
This is still a good show.
All the names, but
if this isn't called Bel Air, let's say this is called. Let's say this is not called Bel Air. Let's say this is called.
And it's about somebody.
No, let's say it's called Let's say it's called any other name, right? And they paint the same narrative. Rich kid, goes and had trouble. You're gonna be like, damn, this remind me of Fresh Prince of Bel Air. That's what you're gonna say.
Exactly.
That's the first thing you're gonna say. But then all the character names are different.
Yeah, the drama's different. You wouldn't even put it together. You'd be like, all right,
yep.
It's a good show regardless, but it being connected to something you somehow appreciate it more.
Yeah.
Because you're looking at it like, Will is not Will, but he's still Will.
He still will.
And I appreciate this side of the story. You're happy, like, and you didn't think you even like it. The idea you listen, like,
sorry,
that's not something.
Sorry, y'all. I ain't gonna lie to you. Keep telling y'all, I gave this show now one chance. When they first brought it up, they said they was making it. I said,
yeah. So you want to review it? You're like, I mean, we can.
Yeah, I refuse. I'm like, I refuse to watch that. I refuse to watch it. Yeah, that disrespect. But it's a great show. I give him that.
I'm happy for it. I like the characters. I don't know what we're going to do with his mom. I'm curious.
Mom coming to Philly. She gonna come to Bel Air. She has to.
Yeah, I think he's going to Philly for like a holiday, right? It has to be like, she said Thanksgiving.
She's coming.
Down. So you think she's going down there? He's not going down there. Are they going to do a Will Smith Philly episode?
He has to go to Philly. He has to go to Philly.
I think he's about to go to Philly for Thanksgiving, and that's when things get real.
Yeah, I think because again, the Philly chicken episode is going to be one they're going to have to do that episode.
That's going to have so much drama in that one because, like, taking the comedy out of that,
bro, just all nothing but drama. Like, the episode is going to be great.
And it's going to show the city again. I want them to get back in the city. So.
Yeah, they got to get back to the city at least one more time.
Exactly.
At least one more time. So,
well, man, that was our thoughts. This is a great series so far. I'm happy we're around to watch it. And I can't wait to talk to y'all next week, man. Anything you want to say to the people?
Man, listen, 5 episodes in, I'm impressed.
5 times.
I think they have something good on their hands. I just think if you didn't get a chance to see the episode, watch the episode, give us your thoughts, put them down below in the comments. Tell us, I want to know some of you guys out there favorite character, man. Everybody's favorite character could be different. You might like Will, you might like this character, that character.
What's your favorite character so far?
My favorite character is Hillary. She look good, y'all.
I'm gonna say, well, I know why you think
she look good, y'all.
I mean, it
has nothing to. What I like
her acting.
What I like about her has nothing to do with acting.
And that's your slave man.